So we're back for game 2 here. Waterloo versus the Waukesha Blazers bomb squad. Yeah. So I've already got one watcher. Haven't even started the game yet, and so we've got the great Shea going on the mound here for Waterloo. Let me see if I can actually turn this just a little bit, because it just looks like it's off just a little bit. See, I knew this was going to happen, folks. See, I shouldn't have messed with it. There we go. Leave it at that. There we go. All right, so we are in our second game here. Waterloo versus the Waukesha Blazers bomb squad. Waterloo successful in their opening game here at 2 o'clock against Whitefish Bay White, 10-1. So we are back for game 2 here against a different team. But we have Shea on the mound for the Waterloo team. The lineup will be the same that Coach Reedy told me about for game 2 for batting. So we are hoping to move forward with a second victory here for Waterloo, which would be extremely nice to start the fall ball season off with. So we got balls in, and we are headed to baseball. Looks like it's 4:07. Field 4 has a clock over on it, and looks like that's when we're going to get started here. A little bit late, but that's okay. And once again, like Whitefish Bay's first batter, we're going to start off for Waukesha with a left-hander. Opening pitch by Shea is ball high. Once again, looks like the original lineup here for fielding for Waterloo. Strike one. As the first game, just a couple of changes around the infield here. And grounder back to short, picked by Gavin, and over to Dylan for out number 1. Nice scoop there by Gavin. Brings up the Blazers' second hitter. A little delay here and something going on. Okay, must have been waiting for the batter to get back to the dugout. So, first pitch, foul ball off the fence to the right. High, 1-1. And grounder over to between short and third. Oh, gets by the left fielder, AJ. He's going to throw it into second, and the runner is in standing. So clean single through the hole between short and third. Misplayed by the left fielder, allowing him to advance to second. So Waukesha with runner in scoring position with only one down. hits the fence, but ricochets right back to the catcher, who does throw it down to third, and the runner does not advance. And pop-up, who's got it? Foul ball, and it falls harmlessly to the foul territory off to the right of the catcher. So 1-2, I believe. Ball outside. And foul ball, out of play. Batter is late on those. If I was second baseman Aiden, I wouldn't worry about taking the throw to second. I would keep my position, because if he's going to make contact in a grounder, it's going to go into that hole at second base. And pop up to Gavin at short, and he fields it cleanly for the second out. So 2 down in the top of the first. Brings up Waukesha's cleanup hitter. Wind has died down considerably from the first game. Up a little bit, but now it feels like it's coming in from behind me, so we may have a swirling wind difference from the first game. And there's a little grounder over to first, picked it up by Dylan, and he is out. 1 pitch, 1 out. That clears all 3. So Waukesha leaves a runner in scoring position but does not score. Waterloo shuts the door, and Waukesha scores 0, and Waterloo coming up here in the bottom of the first inning. We will have Cash, Aiden, and Mason here in their half of inning number 1. Again, if you missed game 1, Waterloo victorious over Whitefish Bay White 10-1. A couple of home runs in that game, solo shots, one by Aiden, one by Mason, back-to-back actually. Whitefish Bay did threaten in the 4th inning, where they did pick up their 1 run. They stranded the bases loaded. So we will see if Waterloo can keep that momentum going into this second game. Just watching the pitcher for Waukesha, he's got some zip on that fastball. So we'll see if we can get nice pitch. So as he finishes his warm-up pitches, but the harder they come in, the harder they go out sometimes. So let's see if the top of the order can get something started here right away. There's a nice little change-up. Yep, I did jinx it here. I said as soon as the wind stopped, now all of a sudden it picked up again. So, a big cloud of smoke billowing across the field again. So, and first pitch is a ball outside, Cash. inside to Cash. 2-0. And ball high. 3-0 to Cash. Let's see if we can get the leadoff runner aboard here in the bottom of the first inning. And strike one. Oh, nope, ball four. Take your base. I was not aware of that umpire's call. He pointed out, and I thought that he meant to strike, but that was really just take your base. So Cash is on first. Aiden coming up. And he's off with the pitch. And he is safe at second. Mishandled by the second baseman, but picked up by the center fielder, not close enough, not far enough away to advance to third. So Cash was off with the first pitch. And grounder back to the pitcher. And Aiden grounds out to first, or to the pitcher, but advances Cash over to third. So one down, bringing up Mason. Swing and a miss. Mason was looking for something to drive there. If not drive, to push it over the fence. That was not a cheap swing by any means. There's number two, and a grounder over to short. Ooh, snow cone, misplayed. Safe at first. Cash scores. And Waterloo is up 1-0 in the first inning. Brings up the pitcher, Shea. I'm thinking Mason will be off with the first or second pitch on this one as well. Oh, he's back in time. Throw back to first. He's got a good move. He just toes the rubber way to the first base side. And he's off, and ball is back to the fence. Stolen base for Mason. He had that stolen long before the catcher would have been able to make a throw. So again, runner in scoring position. And ball outside. Control issues here in the first inning for the Waukesha Blazers pitcher. Oh, took a little something off of that and right down the middle, swing and a miss. And throw back to second, runner is safe. He's got a quick move. And ball outside. Apparently the ground screw didn't come out with the garden hoses to try to keep the dust down here. Excuse me. And ball inside. Take your base. Shea walks. 2 walks in the inning for Waterloo. First one came around to score. Let's see if this one can come around to score. Brings up Gavin. And we have a courtesy runner here on first now for Shea, who will be pitching. And ball low. 1-0 to Gavin. And bluff throw back to first. He's not even holding him on at first. He's playing behind the runner, so I don't even know what that was for. And ball outside. 2-0 to Gavin. If you just joined us, Waterloo has scored in the top of the first inning, up 1-0. 3-0 to Gavin. Ball high. It's Gavin walks, so that's the third walk of the inning. Bases are now loaded for AJ. Gonna have a quick mound visit by the coach and the catcher. He's been nibbling on the corners and he just hasn't been getting a call. At least when he was throwing warm-ups, man, he was right over the plate from what I could tell. I don't know if he's trying to overthrow it or what he's trying to do, but I don't think... Again, I'm not a coach, but if I was just a coach, I would say defense, you know, get ready. And I would just tell the pitcher, you get guys behind you. Let's just throw strikes and let's get out of this inning. Scores, it's not the end of the world. Hopefully AJ can drive in more than just one. So first pitch here, and that one is a strike. There you go. So a little timeout by the coach makes a difference. And big swing and a miss. Strike 2. And strike 3. DJ strikes out. With Jacob coming up. Got ducks on the pond here, Jacob. Let's make some contact. Get it to the outfield grass. You've got Aiden on side. He can fly. He can score on a ball hit to the outfield. Nice snag there by the catcher. On a ball outside. There's a ground ball to third. That ball had eyes. It went through. And third baseman was unable to corral it. That will be an infield hit for Jacob. And Mason scores to make it 2-0. And wild pitch, but not far enough for the runners to advance. And strike 1 to Tucker. 1-1. outside, and he fires the third. Now they got him in a rundown. They got him in a rundown at third. He'll be safe at third. He should be safe at third. Why are you... Nope. Nope. He's going to third. He's going home. There's nobody home. Runner's out. So the third out is a base running blunder for Waterloo. So we were successful. They scored 2 runs though. Third out at home plate though. And Waterloo is back to the field here with Shea on the mound. Top of the second, 2-0 lead. Tell you, from what I've seen from Waukesha Blazers, they are not afraid to throw back if you're a catcher. They're not afraid to throw to the bases if you're leading off. And they're accurate with their throws. So that's something that is totally different from the first team that Waterloo played. So they're going to need to watch closely when it comes to those sorts of situations. And Waterloo got caught right there, a little bit too far off of third base, and the catcher came up firing, and you get the runner in a rundown. Unfortunately, was out at home. I didn't think anybody was covering home plate at the time, but it looked like the pitcher did come down and was able to cover home in time. So we got 5, 6, and 7 coming up here for Waukesha. Nice pitch. Shea dialed it up right there, right down the middle. And pitch number 2 is on its way and plunks him just inside. So, just like the last inning, they have their leadoff man aboard. Last time via a hit, this time with a hit batter. So and there's a grounder up the middle. Oh, just snuck under the glove of Aiden at second. So, second hit of the game for Waukesha. Runners on first and second with nobody out. Top of the second inning here. And there's a strike. There's another strike. Strike 2, this time swinging. So, 0-2 count. Top of the second here, Waterloo up 2-0. And ball outside. Or high, I don't know which. And there's a ball outside. 2-2. Runner advances to third. A little bit of a wild throw to third base, kind of on the inside shot of the that is a walk. We now have bases loaded with nobody out for Waukesha here in the top of the second inning. So we're going to have a visit to the mound here. Double check if Shea is doing okay. Shea confirms that I'm fine. Don't worry about it. Coach Reedy trying to set the defense just a little bit there. I think we'd be happy to concede the run if we can turn two here. So ball inside. And there's a swing and a miss, strike one. Evens the count at a ball and a strike. There's a nice pitch right inside corner, 1-2. And ball outside. We're even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Just low. So we've run it full here with nobody down. There's strike 3. Backwards K on that one. So we are back to the top of the order here. I believe so. Top of the order with bases loaded. Let's turn 2 here, boys, and let's get out of this inning. And who's got that one? Fly to center fielder. Tucker Sales got it. And we'll concede the run. And no advance by any of the other runners except the runner from third. They're appealing if he left early. And he did not leave early, so that will be a run for Waukesha. Put out is an F8 if you're scoring along at home. So 2 down, runners on first and second for Waukesha, bringing up the second hitter in their lineup. And fouled straight back, strike 1. And we have a foul over the Waterloo dugout for strike 2. There is strike 3, backwards K right there for Shea. So he shuts the door on that rally for Waukesha, but they do get a run on a walk and a hit batter. And a hit. And after an inning and a half, it is Waterloo 2, Waukesha 1. 2 up next for Waterloo is Tucker, Trey, and Avery. Tucker was at bat during that play at the plate, so he will be back up to the third out at the plate. that was made. So Tucker will be back in the batter's box with a fresh count here in the bottom of the second inning. So that will be Tucker, Trey, and Avery this half inning against the same pitcher that is out there for Waukesha. Inning and a half, and we're about a half hour into the game. Getting a little cloudy here. Great day for baseball. I don't know if this is the only game going on. No, there is another game going on diamond number 5. Otherwise, diamond 1, 2, 3, and 4 are relatively quiet. Looks like somebody might be playing catch out on diamond 4. I will say this is a nice complex. It does look like the outfield grass could be cut a little shorter, though. It does look like it's growing pretty well. There are a couple of dead grass clumps out in the outfield here, but if I was mowing it, I would definitely mow it a little bit shorter. If I was on my mower, this would be cut on 6, but I usually like to cut on 5. Speaking of grass on the baseball diamonds, my son's wiffle ball field, which he set up here earlier this summer, we typically mow that grass on 3. It's not even grass. I shouldn't even call it grass. It's weeds. But we do mow it on 3 because we like to see ground balls get through the infield and go all the way to the fence. So baseman from Waukesha is stretching out there, and now the coach is bringing him back to the umpire. Apparently he's running to try to stretch out. Can he try to stretch for one of the practice balls at first? Looks like he's going to stay in the game. Waukesha does have one player on the bench, two players on the bench. So they do have 11 players, so they do have subs if somebody is hurt. So, once again, this is Tucker to lead off the bottom of the second inning. And fouled it off. Clouds are prevalent overhead. There's a ground ball under the pitcher's glove over to second. Picks it up, fires to first for the out. Brings up Trey, who's a starting catcher for Waterloo. First game today, he was 1 for 2 with a run scored. That is a little number back to first, and he is out. Sorry, looked like I got fuzzy again there for a quick second. Maybe I was against the fence, but Trey grounds out to first. Brings up Avery. Yep, I got a problem here. Strike 1. Sorry folks, I'm starting to get the fence in here, and I just have to try to move this just a little bit to try to get back in play here. Strike 2. Yep, it's flashing. I'm trying. Ball outside. that was too high here. Strike 3. So Avery strikes out. No runs. No hits that inning for Waterloo. So after 2 innings of play, it is Waterloo 2, Waukesha 1. Hopefully my challenges here with going in and out of focus here is going to be eliminated. Waterloo pitching change here. It looks like Mason is now on the mound for Waterloo. Shea's day is done on the mound. You can close the book on him. That's 2 innings pitched, 2 hits, 2 strikeouts, 1 run earned, a wild pitch, a hit batter, and a walk. So but Shea leaves with a 2-1 lead, heading here to the top of the third. Looks like we have some changes on the players in the field. Center fielder remains the same. Over in right. Trey is taken over in left. Tucker is still in center. Jacob at third. AJ at short, excuse me. Cash at second. Avery at first, and Ryan at catcher. And as I alluded to earlier, Mason is on the mound. So 2-1 lead for Waterloo going into the top of the third inning here. And the first pitch is fouled back for strike 1. Strike to actually nice catch there by a Waterloo fan there behind the dugout. I don't think that's in the dugout. So 0-2, Mason coming back and tried to take a little something off it and ended up high behind the batter. Is a shot to left field off the fence and picked up by Tucker and into the cutoff man, misplayed there, picked up by Mason, and that is a leadoff double for Waukesha. Second, misplayed, picked it up over to first. He's out. Nice recovery by Aiden to get the runner out. The lead runner advances to third. So 1 down in the top of the third inning with Waukesha threatening again. Line shot over to second. Scooped cleanly. Out at first and safe at home. So, nice scoop by Cash at second to prevent the single. So they do get the lead runner out at first, or the batter out at first, but the runner from third ends up scoring. So we have a tie ball game here in the top of the third inning, 2-2. And ball outside. So close game here for right now. Nice grounder, just over the first baseman's glove. Gets it into the cutoff, and that is another hit for Waukesha with 2 outs. Brings up their cleanup hitter and pitcher. And over to first. Runner's back in time. And ball low. Over to first, and runner in time. Line shot to short. It's out to center field. Scooped up by Tucker. Holds him to a long single. The runner on first only gets to second base. So first and second. With 2 down. First baseman will play behind the runner. No place for him to steal, really, so ball low. Ryan kept it in front of him, so no advance by the runner on second. Ball outside. 2-0. Ball over his head, 3-0. Strike one. So 3-1 with runners on first and second. Waukesha, has bladed 1 run this inning to tie it up 2-2. And coming back, ball high. So bases are now loaded. For the 6th hitter in the Waukesha lineup. There is a fly ball out here to right. That is going to drop for a base hit. Snagged by the right fielder. Gets it in. And they are trying to score 2. And they are successful in scoring 2 more. Runners on the corners now with 2 down. Waukesha with a 4-2 lead. And strike one. Runner from first advances to second on no throw. I don't even think they were holding the runner. Ball inside, 2-0. outside. 3-0. This may be Mason's last batter. Or at least a coaching visit. There's strike one. Strike two, strike three. Backwards K. I'm sorry, I had the count wrong. I thought it was 3-1 and it was 2-2. So, Waukesha gets 3 on the board with 2 hits and a walk. Strands 2. So through 2.5 innings, it is Waukesha 4, Waterloo 2. So new pitcher on the mound here for Waukesha. So we'll see if Waterloo can get some hits off of this gentleman. Brings up Dylan, Ryan, and Wyatt. So the bottom of the order here for Waterloo against the second pitcher for Waukesha. This will be the first time up for Dylan, Ryan, and Wyatt. The first pitch to Dylan is a strike on the inside corner. Pitch number 2 to Dylan is a ground ball to short, scooped and throw to first, and Dylan is out. Ryan coming up to the plate now. Ball outside. And foul tip. Evens the count at a ball and a strike. Strike 2. Ball way outside. 2-2. And strike 3. And a line shot. It gets through the hole between first and second for a single for Wyatt. Brings up the top of the order now. Cash is up, who walked and scored in the first inning. Wyatt stays put at first. And Cash with a grounder over to short, and they try to get the lead runner, and they do. Wyatt called out at second, force play at second. That ends the inning. So through 3 innings of play, it is Waukesha 4, Waterloo 2. A little less than an hour into the game, about 50 minutes here, and sun's coming out. There's no cloud cover. I am filming into the sun, so I don't know if there's a problem for anybody watching this game. I may need to remember that for future 4 o'clock games. Maybe I need to film from the other side of center field. Once again, I'm behind second base. I'm sure you can all tell that. So Mason is back out for his second inning of work. Looks like the fielding is the same as last inning. So let's see if Waterloo can shut the door here, 1, 2, 3, and get some bats up. 2, 3, and 4 hitters will be up next half inning for Waterloo. 2 of those 3 hit solo shots the last game. Swirling winds at the ballpark today. Sometimes it's coming from the left, sometimes from the right. Sometimes it's not blowing at all. So we've got definitely some changes in the wind direction throughout the games. So once again, just short of 5 o'clock here at Infinity Fields in Waukesha, 5 Diamonds. Located off of Les Paul Parkway, or right on Les Paul Parkway, I should say, which is also State Highway 59, about 8 miles south of the interstate. And opening pitch is a strike by Mason. 0-1. And fouled over the Waterloo dugout. Unable to be corralled by either the first baseman or the right fielder. So 0-2. Let's see if he takes something off here and tries to place this as a changeup. There it is. Pretty soon I think the Waukesha batters are going to tee off on that, or going to understand that. Down in an 0-2 count to try to get one. I don't know if Mason's actually gotten a changeup across the plate yet, though, but there it is. There's another foul ball over the Waterloo bench. Hey Adrian, welcome to the broadcast. Waterloo is down 4-2. Won the first game 10-1. And fouled again. It's 4 foul balls for this Waukesha batter in this at-bat. And was he hit? Nope, he hit his bat. Make that 5 foul balls. I couldn't tell if it hit him or it hit his bat. Waukesha batter didn't make a whole lot of attempt to even get out of the way of that one. There's strike 3, backwards K. I don't think he swung at that. We'll give Mason a backwards K on that. So, 1 down. The inning, flew out to center field the last time up. Strike 1. Came your way last time, Tucker. Heads up. And ground hot shot just to inside the second baseman. So Whitefish Bay with another runner in the top half of inning number 4. And a fly ball out to right field was unsuccessful in catching it. Didn't know whether or not that was going to be caught or not, so the runner on first only went about halfway, and once it fell, he was only able to get to second base. So runners on first and second now, with one down, and a grounder to right field, misplayed by the first baseman, picked up in to score is the runner from second. That brings the score to 5-2. Runners on the corners with only one down. And what are we waiting on? Oh, we have a runner change for the pitcher. Again, one down for Waterloo. Waukesha with a run in and a steal of second with no throw. Ball outside, 2-0. And a line shot that got past the shortstop, picked up by the center fielder. And we've got another run in for Whitefish Bay. Runners on the corners again. 2 runs in this inning. 6-2. Excuse me, Waukesha, not Whitefish Bay. And runner takes off and no throw. Ball low. Ball low, gets past the catcher, but not far enough for the runners to advance. Swing and a miss. And a bloop out to right. That goes to the fence. That will score 2. And the runner is safe for the stand-up double. That makes it 8-2 for Waukesha. Looks like we have a time. got a pitching change. Looks like AJ might be coming into pitch, or is it just an infield gathering? Nope, Mason is leaving the mound. And I believe AJ is going to get the call here. Or is it Gavin? Gavin's getting the call here at a pitch. Oh, he was at short. I thought AJ was at short. Never mind. So Gavin's in pitching. Probably who's coming into play? Short. Yep, AJ. Okay, so AJ did come into play short. Okay, so we have a pitching change here. Waukesha with 5 runs in the inning. They now lead at 9-2. 1 hour into the game here. So Gavin comes in to pitch this inning with runners on second and only 1 down. Close the book on Mason. That was 1 1/3 innings pitched. 6 hits, 7 runs, all earned, 1 walk. And Gavin's opening pitch is a line shot to second, picked by Cash and over to first for the out. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Gavin. And Waukesha runner advances to third on that ground out to the right side of the infield. Strike 1 for Gavin. Ball outside. And foul ball over the Waterloo dugout for strike 2. 1-2. Ball high. 2-2. Not a bad waste of a pitch there. Don't know whether or not the batter likes to swing at high pitches. Why not go for it? There's a nice pitch, and who's got it? Ryan got it? And a foul out to the catcher. Ryan removes the mask and puts away the third out. So, Gavin shuts the door. 2 batters, 2 outs. But some damage done by Waukesha here, plating 5 more runs. So through 3.5, that is Waukesha 9, Waterloo 2. But Waterloo will have the top, well, not quite the top of the lineup, but at least batters 2, 3, and 4 up this inning. Aiden, Mason, and Shea. So this team has been down before and has battled back, and this is not any different. It's always tough to play back-to-back games. I don't know if Waukesha played back-to-back games or not, but even with a little bit of a break in between, I think Waterloo had 25 minutes off before this game started. It started late, so I wonder if Waukesha did play and their game went a little long on diamond 2. But it is 5:11 at the time, and like I said, we started at 4:07. So, but let's see if Waterloo can get some bats going here and put a little pressure on. Looks like Waterloo, at least through 2 batters anyway, the 3 and 4 hitters, it looks like maybe we found some rhythm here with Gavin pitching. So we will see what happens from here. But Aiden is up, and the first pitch is a ball high. And second pitch is a grounder to short. Ate him up and just out. The shortstop kept it in front of him. Hit him off the chest, but kept it in front of him. He was able to collect the ball in time, spin move, and throw Aiden out at first. So Mason's up. Ball over his head. And ball way behind him. Ball 2. Ball inside, or was that a strike? Might be down. It's 2-1, I think. That is ball 4. Okay, so Mason is aboard with a walk. He reached the first time on an error. So we got a runner on first. I would not be surprised if Mason is off with the first pitch to try to steal second. Shea is up. Ball inside. Mason stays put. Pitch number 2 is on his way high, and Mason is in with a stolen base. It's his second stolen base of the game. So runner in scoring position here for Shea, and grounder over to third. Ball is thrown high and hits the Waterloo dugout. Mason advances to third. He is trying to go home, and he's caught in a rundown. Back to third. He is running home, and he's going to... and he's out. Second play of the game at the plate, where Waterloo has made a bit of a base running error. I don't know if it's really, you can call it a base running error or just good defense, where say Shea reached first base on an overthrow, so we have 2 down here. So basically Shea replaces Mason with an extra out, so we've got 2 down here, and Shea on third with Gavin up. He walked his first time. And Gavin with a pop-up straight in the infield, and the catcher makes a great play. It falls on the turf, gets dirty, picks himself up, and I guess everything is okay. So, Waterloo with a little bit of a threat early on, but a cut down at the plate in a pickle cuts down a runner, and Waterloo comes up empty. So, through 4 innings, Waukesha continues to lead 9-2. Coach Reedy is resetting his fielding here, having everybody stay in the dugout, and he's calling out positions. Aiden is playing short. Looks like Jacob is going to third. Gavin will catch. Or no, Gavin will pitch. Dylan's at catcher. Trey is coming to second. Shay's at first. Trey's at second. Where's Trey going to the outfield? Looks like Trey is going to left. No, Trey's going to center. Peachy's going to left. Or Avery's going to left. And what do we have? Coach is still need a second baseman, and looks like Wyatt is in right. AJ at second. Looks like AJ is playing second. Okay, so we're trying different combinations here to see what might work for an infield going forward, possibly. Is this the same infield Coach had for the 5th inning in the first game? It might be. Might be the same lineup. Other than Gavin pitching, I think this is the same lineup from the first game. I don't know if AJ played second. Maybe AJ didn't play second. Anyway, this is the top of the 5th in a 9-2 Waukesha lead. Let's see if Gavin can shut the door like he did in the 4th inning. And the bats can get going for Waterloo. AJ, Jacob, and Tucker will be at bat for the Waterloo Pirates in the next half inning. Ball outside for Gavin. Ball 1. And ball outside. Dylan can't squeeze it. But there's no runners out there that can advance, so nothing hurt. Ball low. Ball 4. 4 straight balls. So Gavin issues an opening walk. Ball outside. Well, Gavin's having a little trouble here locating the strike zone, not like the first inning, or last inning that he pitched. There's a grounder right up the middle. And through, nice hop, and almost out at second. Ball hopped up to the center fielder, and he almost was able to relay it to the second baseman in time to get the runner from first. But he just snuck in there standing up, so we've got runners on first and second here for Waukesha. Nobody out. Swing and a miss, strike 1. And no throw, back to second. And strike 2. Strike 3. while he couldn't find the strike zone with the first two hitters, he definitely found it with this third one. So one down with runners on first and second. Ball gets away from Dylan, throws over to third, and we got one opposite, but not in time to cut down the runner at third. So second and third now. With one down. Ball high. Good snag by Dylan, keeping that from going to the fence and bouncing who knows where. Ball outside. So, second walk of the inning for Gavin. Now loads the bases up. And a grounder over to first. Scooped. Scooped by Dylan, who steps on first to cut down the runner, but the runner from third scores to make it 10-2, Waukesha. So two down, runners on second and third. And swing and a miss. Actually, that was Shea at first. I'm sorry. Dylan's playing catcher. So Shea got the lead runner out at first. And fouled back. Strike two. Strike three. Batter ducked out of there, but it was a curveball right in there for Gavin, and his second strikeout of the day. Shuts the door and only allows one run. But Waukesha, once again with that run, now gets to double digits in runs. They are up 10-2 through 4.5 innings. Let's see if Waterloo can get the bats going here with AJ, Jacob, and Tucker to start this half of inning number 5. So just to keep you up to speed on next week, Waterloo, even though it is Memorial Day weekend, Labor Day weekend, next weekend they will have 2 games on Sunday, an 8 o'clock game and then a 10 o'clock game right after that. So I will be broadcasting both games, hopefully, weather permitting, from this same spot on this same field. It looks like this is a good spot to film from, at least earlier in the morning. Should not have a problem with the sun going down this direction. Don't know if both games are at Field 1, but if you are in the area or have nothing going on, next week Sunday morning you can come on down to the ballpark and root on your U12 Waterloo Pirates. We can use a lot of support. We've got a lot of fans here right now. And line shot down the third base line for AJ for strike one. More fans, the better. It's pretty quiet around here now. Not a lot of fan cheering. Ball high. There is a covered shelter here in right field just behind the scoreboard off to my left that a number of Waterloo parents and grandparents and fans, I should say, have gathered around. There's a strike. 1 and 2 that have gathered. Sun's getting a little low for them too. They're starting to get some sun on themselves, but they still have their faces in the shade. And AJ with a bloop single. Yes, down the line, bloop single. That's how we started, AJ. That is a great start to this half inning. That brings up Jacob, who is 1 for 1 with an RBI, his first time up. And AJ's off with the pitch, and he will be in there safely. And the second baseman dropped the ball. So AJ with a stolen base. It's the fourth one of this game. Waterloo had 7 stolen bases in the first game unofficially. I'm trying to keep stats at the same time. And big swing and a miss for Jacob. And Jacob with a fly out to third baseman in foul territory, I believe. So 1 down. AJ is still on second base, brings up Tucker. Ball outside. AJ better watch it. They do like to fire back behind the runner. Don't get caught snoozing. And fall back. Ball outside. And here's a pop up to the second baseman who gloves it. Tucker out on that swing. Brings up Trey, who is 0 for 1 this game. 2 down in the bottom of the 5th inning. Nice pitch. I don't know if that was a strike or not. And Trey with a line shot, just foul down the right field line. That was a nice poke, but foul. And another shot down the right field line, that is also foul. So Trey still with 2 strikes on him. AJ the runner at second. Bottom of the 5th inning here. Waukesha ahead 10-2. Ooh, Trey lays off a high one. That doesn't happen very often. Trey is a high ball swinger. And laid off that one. And another foul straight back. Trey is on it. Ball low. Full count on Trey. We need base runners, Trey. Anyway on. Anyway on, Trey. Ball 4. Take your base, Trey. Way to battle back. It all started with that layoff of that high pitch when he had 2 strikes on him. Brings up Avery, who struck out his first time up. Nice pitch. Took a little something off that just to get it in there. Might have been a curveball. And he is safe at first. And we have the runner coming home. He is safe at home. So Peachy with a grounder to short where they tried to get the fielder's choice on the runner at second, and it was late. Second baseman turned around and fired home, but there was not a tag. The umpire is saying he missed the tag. So that means that AJ scores on the play. Avery with a fielder's choice. No RBI on that. So we've got Dylan up, and on the play home where the discussion was happening, Avery takes second. So we have runners on second and third for Waterloo. Down now 10-3 with Dylan up, who fouled off that first pitch. We have Trey on third, Avery on second. Anything to the outfield grass could score 2, depending if the coach will send Avery or not. He should be off with the pitch. And he held off. Dylan in his first game hit one to the fence. Hit the base of the fence. Got the first extra base hit of the season for Waterloo. Here's another one inside. 3-1. Again, we need base runners. Can load the bases for Ryan. Ryan's got some pop in his bat once upon a time. And strike 2. 3-2. 3-2. Too close to let it go. And fouled over the Waterloo dugout again. And bouncer just foul of first base. This field needs some rain, folks. There's just a lot of dust getting kicked up just when the kids are even just walking on it. And Dylan's staying alive. Ball outside. Dylan takes a walk. So he worked that. to a walk. Bases are now loaded with 2 out. Brings up Ryan. 10-3 game. It could get interesting here with 1 swing of the bat. We're about an hour and a half into the game here. I think it started at 4:07 according to the clock on Diamond 2. It is now 5:37, so we've been playing for 90 minutes. So once again, no quit in Waterloo. Do we have a pitching change? We have a pitching change. Have a pitching change to close the door. We'll see. So Ryan's first time up, he struck out. So as he finishes his warm-up tosses, quick game recap here. Waterloo plated 2 in the top of the first. It's pretty much been all Waukesha after that, who plated 10 runs, unanswered runs, until Waterloo broke through again here in the bottom of the 5th for 1. But situation here, bases loaded. And Ryan is up. So 1 swing of the bat could make this a tighter game than what Waukesha was hoping it would be at this point in the game. And ball low. If Ryan can reach, then Wyatt will be up. And if Wyatt can reach, then it's the top of the order. Ooh, ball way behind him. 2-0. I don't know what the Waukesha players keep doing but kicking the dirt. It makes no sense. Strike 1. First baseman before was picking up dirt and throwing it in the ground every pitch. Second baseman here keeps kicking the dirt, making dust. You think they're in T-ball. And Ryan with a foul back. Isn't that what T-ballers used to do? Used to play in the dirt all the time? Building sandcastles with the dirt. And Ryan with a grounder. Just foul. All right, so we'll do it again. Waterloo needs a bunch, but we've got bases loaded. And another foul ball by Ryan. He's getting a piece of it each time. Ball inside. Ryan Hunter with a foul out to the shortstop for the third out of the inning. And I believe that is going to do it based on time. Or are we coming out for another inning? Nope, we are coming to another inning. Top of the sixth. Must not be time yet. Gavin is back out for his, I can't say third inning of work because he doesn't have an out yet, but he retired 2/3 of an inning in the fourth inning, and then he retired, or he gave up one run in the fifth inning, but he completed that inning, so he has pitched 1 2/3 innings, and he is out for his next inning of work. Let's just leave it at that. So if we can shut the door 1, 2, 3 here, once again, we've got Wyatt and then the top of the order for Waterloo coming up. So, first pitch of the sixth inning for Gavin is swung at, strike one. Scuffed ball, we going to change balls? What are we going to do? Doesn't look like anything. So, second pitch of the inning for Gavin's on the way, and that is a ball. Took off my sunglasses, folks, put on my regular glasses, and look at that, I can actually see home plate. Few change-ups in the lineup here. Looks like Dylan is back catching, but we have Ryan is in right field. Aiden is in left, Tucker's in center. Looks like Jacob at third. Trey at short. Shea at first, Cash at second, Dylan is catching, and Gavin, again, back for his next inning of work, and he walks the first batter. So Gavin's third walk he's issued this game so far brings up the leadoff hitter, I believe, for Waukesha. And throw back to first, and the runner is back in time. And ball outside to the fence. Picked up by Dylan, fires down to second, but not in time. So, wild pitch for Gavin, his first one of the game, allowing the runner to advance to second. And swing and a miss. And fouled straight back. So, Gavin keeps battling. That's what you got to do in these games. Don't quit. And fouled back. Ball high. Ball low. And steal of third, and the runner is safe. So we've run the count full. Back-to-back walks to start the sixth inning. And is that it? Game's been called just like that. I guess it's time. Yep, an hour and 40 minutes. That's it. So Waterloo ends up on the short end of this game, 10-3. But we will see everybody again. We'll see this team again sometime. I don't know when. So, thanks for tuning in, those that stuck around for the game. Once again, I will be posting this to my YouTube channel, H2O-Lou Pirates Media. Hopefully sometime tonight to get that up and running. Not up and running, but at least up and uploaded, I should say. And I will be back next week broadcasting at 8 a.m. Sunday, September 5th, when Waterloo has their first game, and then immediately afterwards, they will have a game at 2 o'clock. 10 o'clock. So, once again, the final from Infinity Field here in Waukesha. It is the Waukesha Blazers Bomb Squad 10, Waterloo Pirates 3. We will talk to you later, and stay healthy, everybody. Have a great holiday weekend.